Welcome to Resource Grinds, your in-depth guide into resource farming in Fallout 76. In each episode of this ongoing series, I'll be focusing on a single resource, breaking down its availability by workshop, mining, scrapping, and camp placement if applicable. Along the way, I'll provide additional tips on how you can maximize the yield of your farming efforts, so you can focus more on playing the game and less on collecting materials. In today's video, I'll be showing you where to find another one of the game's higher demand crafting materials, steel. Chances are, if you're crafting an item in Fallout 76, steel is going to be among the required materials. Thankfully, while being so broadly required, it can just as abundantly be found, with several options available for procurement. So, without further delay, let's get into it. When it comes to farming steel, one workshop easily stands above the rest, that being the Grafton Steel Yard, which you'll find to the north of Morgantown near the Grafton Dam. Here, you'll find two already placed double-yield steel extractors that, once powered, will produce a total of 134 scraps of steel per hour. Along with the extractors, taking over the workshop will also grant you access to resource nodes for copper, oil, and lead, easily making this one of the best workshops in the game for farming valuable resources. Aside from the Grafton Steel Yard, you'll find single iron nodes at the Thunder Mountain Plant Yard, Tyler County Dirt Track, Charleston Landfill, and Red Rocket Megastop. At these locations, you can build a single steel extractor, along with an accompanying source of 10 power, to produce 33 scraps of steel per hour. While that's only a quarter of the steel that you'll get from the Grafton Steel Yard, these workshops can be viable options if you're also looking for other resources. For example, the Thunder Mountain Plant Yard is a great source of fusion cores, the Tyler County Dirt Track is a great location for silver, the Charleston Landfill will provide substantial amounts of junk to scrap, and the Red Rocket Megastop is a great source of aluminum. Scrapping is quite possibly the fastest way to get steel, particularly when it comes to scrapping weapons, which you can get by attending events with large numbers of enemies and collecting their weapons afterwards. Once collected, make sure that you have the scrapper perk equipped and head to the nearest workbench to scrap each weapon down into base components. The highest yielding weapons for steel scrap are miniguns, short assault rifles, short flamers, short combat rifles, combat shotguns, short pump action shotguns, short radium rifles, and 10mm pistols. In terms of events best for collecting weapons, the best event by far is the Line in the Sand event. Distant Thunder is also a good option if spawned near a workbench, and Horde events featuring super mutants, scorched, or mole miners are also great candidates. Junk items can also be a great source of steel, with the highest yielding items listed above. You'll find these items all over the map, so be on the lookout. Substantial quantities of steel can quickly be obtained by collecting iron ore and smelting it down into steel scraps, assuming that you have enough acid to smelt it down. As with all mining efforts, remember to use a full set of excavator power armor when collecting the ore so that you get double the normal amount, and equip the super duper perk before smelting, which will provide you with up to a 30% chance of getting double the scraps every time you smelt. Once collected, iron ore can be smelted into steel scrap at any chemistry workbench, with 5 scraps costing 2 ore plus 1 acid. In terms of where you can find iron ore, the most concentrated quantities of it can be found in the ash heap near Hornwright Testing Site number 3 and to the southwest of the region's Fisher Site near the map boundary. Outside of these locations, you can also find iron veins across the map, with the only exception being Cranberry Bog, where you'll find none. Finally, if you want to ensure that you always have access to at least some amount of steel, you can strategically place your cap at the side of an iron deposit and build a resource collector on top of it, which will provide you with up to 33 steel scraps per hour. Just keep in mind that a camp-placed steel extractor has a capacity limit of 40, so you'll need to drop by your camp every so often to empty out new scraps to receive the highest possible yield. Mapalachia provides great maps detailing exactly where to find iron resource nodes, which I'll provide a link to in the description down below. That's it for this grind. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, and while you're at it, also hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you'd like to be notified when future videos like this one are posted. I'll be back soon with another resource grind, but until then, and as always, for the Enclave.